What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jake the Savage here, back again with another YouTube video. And today, we got the Twitch Amigos podcast. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Buffalo K. K, describe yourself, who you are in the Twitch community, and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh man, describe myself. God, I don't know. I'm a normal guy, man. I don't know. I'm just a normal guy. I'm a Madden guy who got sick of being priced out of the game by like October, and then just figured out how to not do that anymore. But that's about it. That's really what I do as a streamer. I just try to make games easy instead of expensive. They're all simple once you like break it down. And once it clicked in my brain, I was like, I just show people how to do that completely by accident, right? Like had no intention of doing that. And then ended up streaming like something I had to figure it out. I think it was Madden like 18 or 19, and like the trends in the game and like how things work, like kind of just all clicked one day, and then I happened to do it like on stream, and then it just kind of went from there, and then ended up doing it for a lot longer and to a much different audience than I had originally anticipated doing it, but love doing it.
So how long have you been streaming? Since what Madden?
I think it was 18.
Wow.
Maybe 19. I think we're 5 years, I think.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm at 11.
Yeah.
I think I started streaming, I was like when Fortnite was like starting up. I think it was like 2013.
Oh, right. So, yeah, I missed that whole era.
I think everybody did.
Yeah.
So you're born and raised in Buffalo, I can see by your background.
Yeah, was born and raised here. I did move away for a long time though. I was active duty military, went and lived in, you name it, all around the world 3 times. Seattle, Mississippi, Charlotte, Italy, Germany, like you name it, I've probably been there.
For sure.
But then finally made my way back to Buffalo, and still 21 years in the Air Force so far.
Are you still in the? Are you still in the Air Force today, or are you just like?
Yeah,
oh wow.
Yeah, I'm outside of my streaming's like still just a hobby for me. My full-time job, I'm a senior master sergeant in the Air Force.
Interesting.
The plan is 4 more years, and then that's it. I got one more short run in me, and then I'm hanging it up.
Nice. So, how do you feel about the current Buffalo Bills season since you guys are first in the AFC East?
Man, I'm so afraid of this team, right? Like, I know they're 7-2. I know they look decent at times, right? Lost a really bad game to the Ravens. Lost by a field goal, last-second field goal to Houston. Josh Allen's going to make them competitive and able to win
100%
any game, right?
Yep.
I despised our head coach. And his bend don't break defense. It puts them like, I think they're like 5th in points allowed or something like that. Like they have like good defensive stats, but man, when it really needs to like be there, I don't trust the defense. I've never I can trust Josh Allen to score on the final drive or under 2 minutes. Like that, I have faith in. The defense can make a stop within 2 minutes or after Josh then scores. I have zero faith in. And it's by design. I don't think it's by the players. It's like the mentality and the scheme of the defense. I'm just like, man, I don't. They give up too much underneath, and then turn into a big play, and they make me terrified every time somebody hits the ball on a 3-yard out route because no one's around him for 10 yards.
For sure. So I have a friend who's also a diehard Bills fan. Do you think you're gonna win your next, 5 or 6 games throughout the season?
No. We got the Chiefs in 2 weeks. Schedule's tough. They got the Chiefs in a couple weeks, and then the Niners, which I'm actually not afraid of anymore. I don't know. I think that honestly, I want the Bills to win one more week, and everybody else in the division. Sorry, I know you're a Patriots fan too. Everybody else lose one more and make it just the division clinched, right? And then I don't have to care anymore.
Yeah.
We'll still get a home playoff game, right? Like, I don't care if they finish 4th in the conference, as long as they take the division. And then I'm like, hey, somebody's a little bit hurt. Somebody has the flu. Somebody has, whatever, a tickle in their pinky. Like, homie. Like, we got time. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. Be healthy. Like, after last year, I think last year we were down like our our like fourth and fifth safeties and our fourth and fifth linebackers.
Yeah,
and everybody was hurt. I'm like, I'm so over that in January. I'm like, you don't feel good. You look a little sleepy. Just take the week off. You're good. Just go take a nap. Like I'm good with. I'd much rather have that end of the season than trying to call in a practice squad linebacker. Like, hey, it's a division game. Want to come in and play in the playoffs? Like, hate that. So everybody kind of chill.
Yeah, well, with the recent trade deadline leading into more sports, how do you feel about the Bills making the move with like Tre'Davious White going back to the AFC since he was in LA and now he's on the Ravens?
Yeah, God, man, I love Trey White. Like, he's such a cool player. Like, such a cool dude. Like, energy of the franchise. You know what I mean? Like, I was so upset when he left, but he was hurt for like something ridiculous, like 20 out of 24 games. You know what I mean? I was like, that's just time to change the scenery, change of everything. Like, love him though. I think he's gonna be really good with the Ravens. The Ravens just look so
oh my God, they scare me. They scare me. I have a friend, I have a friend from Canada who's a diehard Ravens fan. Loves Derrick Henry, loves Lamar, loves everybody on the team. Them adding Tre'Davious White to their backfield is just scary to look at. Because New England plays the Ravens in like 3 weeks.
Right.
So.
He's great. The Ravens look phenomenal right now. I know they lost a couple games early. They did just lose the Browns though, which I know it's a division game, but like I don't know. It's like that glimmer of hope. Like they're beatable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're not impervious to anything. Their defense can still be suspect. It's everybody looks suspect right now though, right? Like even I know the Chiefs are 8-0 now, which is disgusting. They already had their bye, right? So there's no more reprieve for injury, especially because they're going to keep playing hard.
Yeah,
take one seed, right? They can't rest anybody until probably week 16 at the earliest.
Yeah.
So they're going to be playing tough. Their offense, I mean, it's better, but it doesn't look impervious to anything, right?
Yeah,
100%.
Defense
is playing good, but. Like I said, they already had their bye, so if guys start getting banged up, there's
nothing they could do,
Right, yeah, they're just kind of stuck. So I don't know, but nobody seems impenetrable right now or, just like on a different level.
Yeah.
Outside of, honestly, I feel like it's the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bills are probably the three heaviest hitters, right? Like, I know Houston's up there, but they're
banged up
with injuries, right? Like, the O-line can't help. You got Diggs out for the season. Their other receivers are all playing hurt. They just they're in a rough spot right now. So it's gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be interesting end of the season.
Yeah. All right. So let's lean towards Madden. So you're more of a coin guy, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So if you could say this year with this state of Madden, like kind of the most feared, leaning in towards the Thanksgiving promo, which we're getting. Do you think we could easily make coins in the Thanksgiving promo, or like just continue on making it this year? Like, or do you think Madden's just like full of shit and we can't do anything?
No, I love this year, man. It sounds dumb, and I feel like I say this every year, but I feel like it's never been easier. I was on a little bit earlier today. I'm at like 20 million coins right now. I don't spend all my time doing it. Like I only work the market when I'm streaming. That's the only time I have time to do it. And I stream 4 days a week for 90 minutes. Right? So like total, and a lot of the time while I'm streaming, it's explaining things, it's looking things up. That's not me getting on and like, oh, let me go buy all of these up for 90 minutes. No, that's me of 90 minutes in front of a camera talking with people. And you know what I mean? Like, we're looking up movie videos. And, you know what I mean? There's a lot of other stuff going into it. I honestly gotta feel like if people would spend 2 hours a week, they could have enough coins in Madden to literally buy whatever they want, whenever they want, and never touch another stupid special offer. Never look at a bundle again unless something like cool shows up, right? Like, I'm not against spending money. It's all time versus money, right? I understand.
100%.
But there's something that, like, I'll buy a bundle once in a while that looks like it's like, hey, this is $50 for, there was a platinum offer again last season. $50 for a minimum 700,000 coins. I'm like, this looks fun. Like, it looked fun to me, right? I'm like, I'll buy that. That looks fun. But not these $20 special offers like for a 50-50 shot of limited. Like, you're just chasing garbage.
Yeah,
right?
true.
So I try to get people not so much away from it, but just to understand that that's probably not your best spend, best value for your money.
100%.
There's so many intricate ways. I'm gonna say intricate. There's simple ways to make coins. We go through it like some people are having a hard time following it this year because I'll get on and I'll stream and I'll ramble off like, what are we doing today? I'm like, oh, I'm buying 80s for this, I'm buying 82s for this, I'm buying 84s for this, and I'm buying 88s for this. And they're like, what? And I'm like, well, everything has a different value somewhere else that we can use if you buy it on the right day, right? Like Harvest is coming up. Right? We're unstoppable tomorrow. We got new 91 players tomorrow. I bought a ton of 88 overall cards for like 75 to 85,000 coins.
Yeah.
I know tomorrow they should be 120 to 130,000 coins.
Yeah.
Just buying them at the right time. And the biggest key, I think, is sit on your hands. Right? Like sometimes people come like, what do I do with these? I'm like, nothing. Sit on your hands. Don't touch them.
Yeah.
Because people get impatient. You know what I mean?
100%.
A little bit like, what do I do with this? So it's
yeah, I feel that sometimes. I've never made over 1 million coins in Madden. Like every year I play.
Oh man, dang, buddy, it's so easy, man.
I know. I spend money on the game. I give into EA. I'm like MMG.
I get it.
Yeah, everyone's like they're MMG. They're like, oh, I want to open this 50-50 shot. I'm like, shit.
Right.
Like, what do I get? Like every content creator that I see on YouTube, like whenever I go on YouTube, I look up MMG. He's not posting Madden.
Right.
He's on college football. I'm like, what is happening to this community? Like, how do you feel about like the current state of the community with like everybody hating Madden?
It's such a weird split. Both games have really good pieces to them, right? The Madden has really good free stuff. Like for the first time ever, right? I can come on and say like, yo, the BND cards, the team captains are all really good. The rewards you're getting out of seasons are really good. Like most year we walked away with, I think it was 390 overalls and 191 overall player for free.
Yeah.
For free. Nothing. And then they add in the 91 team captains on top of it. Right. And I'm like, dang, that was one program. And I got 4 of my 11 players on the field, or 4 of my 22 really good top tier champion level players free.
Yeah.
We did the same thing last program. And that doesn't even count the season players. So like the content wise, really good on Madden, right? I really, really like it. And then I go into the game and I'm like, God, I hate it here.
Yeah.
This game sucks. And that's where college football is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Gameplay, awesome. It's so smooth. It's so fun. It's so crisp and fast and enjoyable. And then I go to content. I'm like, y'all didn't do anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. You know what I mean? It's split. And I need those two games combined. If they would combine them and put the same energy into content on college football and take that gameplay, I want that engine, everything that's built in college football ported over to Madden for next year.
Oh, that'd be great.
We actually have 2 full, like really good games that I could dive into every day of the week. Right?
Yeah. 100%.
Year round too. I feel like it won't be like, well, it's April, I'm about tired of all this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I could use that. I don't know, the extra. If the game's good and the content's good, like you've got me for a full 12 months.
Yeah.
Right? Like I can do this. But when the gameplay's bad and or the content's bad, like every week, it's like, well, maybe I just play Call of Duty from now on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's tough.
100%. Do you think like everybody that like is on YouTube, like the MMGs, the Up and Adams, are gonna switch over to college football full time or just stay on the game? Shout out to Adam, by the way. Great dude.
Yeah. My guy.
Yeah.
MMG's good people too. I don't know. I think it's a tough balance. Especially, I mean, you know, as a creator, you got to go there with what people watch, right? But also balance your own sanity and what you're having fun with. If you're creating content on a platform, meaning a game that you aren't having fun with, like that shows. You want to fake it so much.
Yeah.
Right? I think the last 2 Maddens, I actually struggled with that.
Yeah.
Like post Super Bowl to like pretend to enjoy what I was doing. I get on like, well, I guess I got to stream today and just get shit on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't fun. You know what I mean? Like I was having a hard time faking it.
Yeah. 100%.
But so it's that balance. I think guys will find, whatever they're having more fun with. and that typically turns into more viewers. College is a weird anomaly this year, with it being the first year that it's out.
Yeah.
I don't know what the like year-over-year player base does, right? A lot of the guys are franchise guys.
For sure.
I don't know if that means they're still going to buy it every year and get a new influx of players every year. So we gotta wait that out and see how it goes. But I mean, I know I'll pick it up again.
100%.
Either when Madden slows down or when the new one comes out again. I kind of put it down for a while with no content. I'm more of a content guy, so it's kind of slowed me down a bit.
For sure. So what would be like your favorite Madden of like all time? Like I know you started in Madden 18 with content. I don't know what your first ever Madden was. So like what was your first ever Madden leading into like your content?
Well, I'm 40 years old. I mean, my first Madden was a long time ago.
My dad could probably relate. So like what would be your first Madden?
Great. Thanks for that, Jake.
Nah, don't worry about it. My dad used to play Madden too. He kicks my ass. Don't worry. He kicks my ass every time we play against each other too.
My oldest Madden memory, I don't even know. It was probably like 2001. I'm sure I played the ones before that, but the ones I remember playing the most, I think it was like 2001. It had to have been on PlayStation 2. Playing against my brother all the time down in my room, like in our house. The basement was like, we turned that into my room. And it was great. I had a couch down there, like my own bathroom. Like it was
nice
setup for a teenager. But we would sit down there and play Madden all the time. And he beat me one time because of my giant ego. Let him do it like an idiot. Right? So I remember scoring with like 10 seconds left. Right? Yeah. No, I let him score. He scored like 10 seconds left, was still down by like 4 points. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
So he goes and kicks off. Not even onside kicks. I don't even know if that was in the game then. But he kicks off and the ball bounces into the end zone. And I don't even pick it up. I'm like, whatever. I already won. Doesn't even matter. And I forgot. Like my own ego jumped in so far that I forgot that if he picks up the ball, it's his ball for a touchdown.
Oh my
God. Sure as shit. He does it. I'm like, no, that doesn't count. This one doesn't count. Like, that was just me being a jerk. That was the only time he ever beat me, and that's what I remember.
Damn.
Like starting off on this, it had to have been like 2000 or 2001, somewhere around there.
But like, if you could say like your favorite Madden, like currently, what would it be? Like since you started in Madden 18 to like now with Madden 25, kind of on a down phase in my opinion right now.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I'm gonna get crucified for this. I would actually probably go back to, I think it was Madden 19, maybe 20. Whichever one had the 91 zone threshold that made all of your defensive players just like they knew the play before. Like as you threw the ball, they made the jump on it. And that's only because I despise so much the current state where the guys don't react to a zone at all, right? Like I would rather have them be psychic. Like I'd rather have that end of the spectrum than not.
For sure.
But again, not a great place to live.
Yeah.
Right. Like, but there were no abilities. There were abilities, but they weren't like they were now. Do you remember red chemistries on players?
I think so. Like in like 18, 17.
Yeah. I want to say it was like 18. Like a player would come out, like a new legend would come out, right? And there'd be like 4 versions of it, and like one would have jumped the snap, and one would have
that's 18.
And like different ones were more expensive because like you get one right, and like it's the stupid whatever overpowered one or whatever jump the snap one, and I wanted this ability instead. I liked that because that to me made the teams more different.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
Granted, I know there was one player that was better, like the meta version of everything that everybody would go for, but some guys didn't care and they'd run, whatever. But I liked that instead of we're better now with them cutting back on abilities and lowering it down a little bit. Because I feel like the last couple of years with how ability driven the game was, everybody would complain, if we do it any other way without theme teams, everybody has the same player. I'm like, man, with abilities, every player is the same anyway. Doesn't get Jerry Rice out there or Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill or Stephon Diggs with the same abilities. They're all the exact same player.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like, shit. Everybody knows, like, oh, this game is broken. I hate when people complain in my chat saying, like, oh, like, you threw a deep ball. Oh, you can't catch.
Right.
Like, it's just annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's lead on to real sports. About this current NFL season, who do you think this season will be in the Super Bowl besides the Chiefs? Because we know that the Chiefs are overpowered. They're just the best. Who do you got in the Super Bowl?
I don't think I have the Chiefs.
Who do you got?
I think the Ravens are so strong, man. But Lamar's not good in the play. I understand. I always say Lamar's not good in the playoffs. It's not Lamar. It's just the Ravens as a whole, right? I understand it's not a
100%.
But I still think the wave that the Ravens are on, I think they can take down the Chiefs even in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
NFC wide though, NFC's man.
It's something.
NFC's nuts right now, right? Like you have divisions where like the best teams, like the Cardinals are 5-4.
Yeah.
And they're the best team in their division, right? Like what?
Yeah, like what?
Is this? And it's not the NFC East. Or it's not the NFC South either. Like it's weird. I think Lions though. I think this is the Lions' year to go. Maybe not win it, but at least make it to the dance.
Interesting. So you're saying Ravens Lions Super Bowl?
I think so. I think it's a high probability.
It'd be something.
Else, like the Commanders are playing great.
Oh my god.
Jaden Daniels is phenomenal at the moment.
Yeah.
It's his rookie year. I don't know if I trust that team as a whole.
Yeah.
In their first season to make it through the gauntlet of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right. To make it through the Lions, and I mean, actually, I think that's about it. That's
I don't know. Yeah.
Team that I think the Commanders should be concerned about in the entirety of the NFC. I mean, who else? What other division winners are they worried about? Do you think the Commanders are afraid of the Falcons?
I mean, they could be with Matt Judon. Matt Judon could be just. I don't know. As a Patriots fan right now, I just don't know what to say. Because
I get it.
Yeah, we got rid of a lot of key players, and I'm kind of upset about that. Got rid of Matt Judon, wish he was still there. Got rid of like Mac Jones, who I don't give a shit about.
Thank God, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Who else did we get rid of? Matt Judon. Jeez, who else went off at the free agency from us? I'm a huge guy with New England because I used to grow up in Massachusetts. Like I'm all Boston sports, Celtics. I don't watch baseball, but I'm a Yankees fan.
I used to grow up in Massachusetts.
I'm
all Boston sports.
It's just a crazy world of sports. How the Dodgers won the World Series just turned my whole life of sports being like from here to down here. Just Shohei.
I love it though. I love that they won it though. Only for Shohei. That's it. Only for Shohei.
I mean, yeah. Freddie Freeman just
Yeah.
It's just Freddie Freeman, man. Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I was happy for Shohei, right?
Yeah, same.
He's been so good for so long and just in a garbage organization, and then leaves and immediately wins the World Series, right? Like he left was like, this is what's outside of it. Like what happened? You know what I mean? Like,
it's wild. It's wild.
He's so good. He was too good to not be there.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, so yeah.
Yeah, Trout's from like 30 minutes from my university, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah.
He's another one too, man. Let him get out of there. Like, he gotta get out of
He
there.
might. He might.
Get off the Angels too.
I hope he does.
He's gotta stay healthy too, but I feel like that's from him constantly trying to do too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of his injuries, him being out so long, is I think it's like, well, we're out of it anyway. So
Yeah.
we'll just take the season and relax.
100%. So, you've been doing content since how long? I'm just curious.
I want to say it was 2019, 2018.
So, what creators did you look up to before doing like full-time content and working? Like, who were like your guys that you like watched before you like wanted to be like a Madden streamer? If you had to say.
It's somebody who like got me into it.
Yeah, like got you into it. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Rhino was my guy, man. He got me into the whole thing purely by accident.
Mm-hmm.
I had never heard of Twitch.
Interesting.
Until a new Call of Duty had come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't bought one in a few years. Like, I don't know if I really want to like go play it or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I Googled Call of Duty reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of Twitch streams came up.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I clicked on one and I'm sitting there watching like, oh, this is live. Like, this is pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
And I clicked it around and I ended up finding this other random guy, right? AZ Rhino. And I'm asking, like, how's the game? He's streaming, I don't know, 30, 40 people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, I'm having fun with it. So I'm watching it for a bit. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to go buy the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because back when you still went out and, like, I still bought discs at the time, right? But I drove to GameStop, came back, threw it in, started installing it, turned back on the computer, and his stream was still up. And I was like, oh, shoot, I just bought the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, sweet, if you want to jump in, like, go ahead. I'm like, oh, okay. So I joined up with him, and I'm just playing off my console, right? And he's still streaming. And I was like, almost like weirded out. I'm like, oh, people can see me. Like, people can see what I'm doing. Like, if I suck right now, like, they're gonna like
out,
right?
100%.
So it was weird. But then I got in his Discord and was talking with him and his friends a lot, and they were all, all the other streamers in Discord, and I ended up going out of work for like 3 months I had surgery.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2 months, and I had really nothing to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, screw it, let me start
Streaming
some stuff, and I'll start streaming. So I get a webcam and a Blue Yeti microphone, and it's like everybody else does, right? A Logitech camera and a Blue Yeti, and that's all you need.
Yep.
And then I just started having fun with it, and then before I knew it, I had turned one of our spare bedrooms into a whole studio, and within a year, it blew up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a cool setup in the background. What do you?
This is a whole different house.
Oh, really? What's in the background? If you want to show like some of the cool stuff you got. Like, I don't know if the camera will show
I
it.
got all kinds of
so blurry. Yeah.
Focus. I'll like grab stuff and pull it in. But just it's all little like you can see it when I like get out.
Yeah.
And
oh, there's Josh.
I mean, it's like the Josh Allen like Funkos.
Yep.
And the Bills parking sign, the Air Force banner back there.
Yeah.
Bill's helmet and little like just knickknacks and stuff.
Yeah. Do you follow any like college sports, or is it like mainly NFL for you?
It's mostly NFL. I started to follow it more this year because of the college football game.
Mm-hmm.
And just so I had an idea what I was talking about. And I've done other talk shows talking about college football, and I like almost like panicked. I'm like, I don't know what happened. What do you mean we're talking about college football? Like, I don't know anything. So I like go do a bunch of research. And I was like, why don't I just watch the games? That'll be easy.
Yeah.
Trying to dig it all up the day before.
For sure.
I don't really have a team. I just kind of go with
the flow.
Like if I have to pick one, I'd pick Air Force, but that's like as far as it gets.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let me think of a question. You got any questions for me while I think of something in my head? Like it could be anything. It's that type of podcast where we ramble on.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. You can go to like Halloween candy. Halloween just happened.
I mean, I didn't dress up this year, so because
like me either. I just talk about candy.
Oh yeah, I love Halloween. So favorite would be like Mike and Ike's. Those are good. Like a little bag of Mike and Ike's.
You pick Mike and Ike's over any candy in the world.
Oh, you're saying any candy in the world? Okay.
Any candy in the world, yeah. Your favorite Halloween candy. Like if somebody gives you like they have a bowl out there, right? The assorted ones. So like take whatever one you want. Like there's no way you're reaching from Mike and Ike's.
Oh no, I'm getting a bag of Reese's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
But I do like Mike and Ike's. I'm a huge Mike and Ike's guy.
Okay.
But they're not my favorite, but like they're pretty good.
Yeah. The little one, the 10-year-old upstairs, that's her type of jam is Mike and Ike's. It's all that. It's like just pure sugar like mixed with a gummy bear. Yeah. Like sign me up. Like that's this is my teeth. Like give me that one.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Happens.
Let me think. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on the Reese's though.
Reese's are good.
I have the odd like. I'm that guy that like goes nuts for like Raisinets.
Oh, Raisinets are good. Yeah, I'll give you that. They're good.
Those are my jam. Man.
The chocolate ones are good.
That guy like goes nuts. What is it?
The chocolate Raisinets are good.
Yeah, I'll give you that. They're good.
Wait, they make other ones?
Yeah, they make other flavors.
The chocolate ones are good.
There's like chocolate flavored.
The chocolate Raisinets are good.
Chocolate covered raisins.
Wait, they make other ones?
Yeah, they make.
Chocolate covered. There's like chocolate. I don't know the other flavors, but they're pretty good.
Chocolate. I can't do like white chocolate. Like if you come at me with like white chocolate covered raisins, like I'm out. Like
they're dark. They're dark chocolate though. They're pretty good.
Right on. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I've seen the dark chocolate ones too. That makes sense.
Let me think. So who would be like your favorite streamers to watch like currently on Twitch? Like who do you like watch on Twitch like actively? Like if you had to shout out any streamers right now that like could be on this podcast or anything like that.
I don't watch a ton because I'm always working now. I'm either working and then I get my like 90-minute stream in. But when I can, I watch Zan all the time. Zan's one of my like OG guys that I used to like not used to, but always respected as a creator. Zan Mills to me is like one of the top.
Oh, he's chill.
Professional, down to earth, respectful, but also like almost like commands respect out of people too, and like it's such a like unique way that I think that I really appreciate him.
Yeah.
And the way he handles himself and conducts everything.
He was on the podcast too. He was super nice.
Yeah, Mills is awesome.
Oh, he was so funny. Talked about the Ravens. Talked about like Twitch. Yep.
Yeah, and then all my my OG ones, man. Dev and Lauren and Shopmaster, Jimmy.
Up and Adam.
A lot of people you've had on already too. Yeah, Adam and Joe, I jump on. Adam's always nice because when I am home working, I work from home two days out of the week. So I can throw him on. Yeah. I don't really get a chance to like talk to him because I'm working, but I can throw in a couple like, slander him a little bit.
So this is a side convo related to Up and Adam. He's been in the ball pit for almost a year. How do you feel about that? He's going on a year in 5 days.
I used to feel bad for him, but it's self-inflicted, right? Yeah. So screw you, Adam. It's your own fault. You could have put a limit on it. You done messed up, homie. And he knows he did. And Jack is now feeding off of his misery. It's I feel like it's the stuff of like a horror movie.
100%. I think it's hilarious. I've been watching Adam since like the early stages, like probably 21.
Yeah.
And him have been getting pretty close, but whenever he talks about the Cowboys, I say heck off.
Right.
Since we're all hatred towards the Cowboys now.
Yeah, I feel like that's universal, right? No matter how you voted, the Cowboys still suck.
Yeah, well, they'll be sucking this week because they don't have Dak. So.
Yeah, they're in super rough shape.
Well, is Parsons expected to come back?
It's a disaster.
Yeah, is Parsons coming back this week? Do we know? I don't know.
I have no idea. They're 3-5 though. Like they're not chasing anything down. Like season's over.
Yeah. As I go to school in South Jersey, there's a lot of Eagles fans here, and it's pretty wild when it comes to Eagles game day. And I'm like, you're playing Dallas, who's kind of in an injury rough right now, to the point where I'm like, fuck, man. Like, there's nothing we can do.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
the whole division, who would have thought that Commanders were running away with a little bit?
Now the Commanders are a super team. Well, super team. They just got Marshawn Lattimore. For like a bag of peanuts, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Mike Evans must be happy, but all right, like shit.
Yeah, I mean, as a Bills fan, I could have used Lattimore. Like we could have really used Lattimore.
But as a Patriots fan, we could have used him.
Yeah. Super surprised that he won there.
Yeah.
So for the Madden team though, like anybody that's like that, I'm always like, ooh man, like, get a little pussed up.
Zadarius Smith going to the Lions. Ooh.
Ooh. Right, yeah.
There were so many crazy trades that happened. I was like, shit. Like, why did this happen?
I was really surprised that no one else in the AFC East were sellers.
Oh, I know. And I thought the Jets would sell people.
And, the Jets and the Dolphins, like, why are you just keeping everything?
Well, the Jets did make one move, so that's it.
Yeah, the wrong way.
I know. Yeah, well, Mike Williams to the Steelers, there's nothing that they can do about it.
The Dolphins, right.
Well, Rodgers always hated the guy. So
the Jets did make one move. So that's it.
But New England.
The wrong way.
You guys didn't make. Did you guys make any trade moves during the deadline?
We signed a defensive tackle.
Who is it? Do we know who?
Quentin Jefferson.
Yeah, the Patriots didn't make any moves. The Dolphins didn't make any moves. I'm like, Jesus, man. This whole league is just going to turn for the worse. Well, everybody's saying, like, New England's going to get Shador Sanders in the draft. I'm like, that's not going to happen. Shador well, we could get Travis Hunter, but I don't know. You got any last minute questions, Kay, for me or anything like that? It could be It could be like anything funny. It could be anything related to Madden, anything related to myself.
Oh man. Maybe your go-to offensive scheme in Madden. What are you? Like, are you a meta?
Okay, so
like constant meta runner, or do you have your own like wrinkles out there? Like some guys are like staunchly like, no, I can't run corners because everybody runs corners, but corners work, so why would I not?
I run nickel on defense a lot, which is weird. Everybody's like, oh, you don't run nickel. I'm like, yeah, I run nickel 3-3-5 or 3-3. I'm usually, for this Madden, I'm in like different playbooks. I'm in running gun offense and Patriots defense.
Okay.
So I like running out with the quarterback. So I like doing the Michael Vick type of stuff where like you
you're that guy. I hate that guy.
Boom. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. I mean,
right. I get it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
with the playbooks type for me, I just like running out with the quarterback. I like scrambling. I like running the ball, trying to get the ball, try to score, all that type of stuff. But
Right.
with this year's Madden, you can't. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's that the layout of the game hurts like I've always been a 4-6 guy for like 4 years now. Because I feel like it confuses people. Because I run a lot of like cover 6 and cover 9 invert, like cover 6 invert and cover 9, and people are like they know how to read cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4, right? And then you throw like a cover 6 or cover 9 out there, and they read like a safety coming down, like, oh, he's in cover 2 like an idiot. I'm like, nope, that's not what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Like this guy's gonna drop out, or it's in match coverage, and it just confuses them. So it's always my bread and butter to just kind of prey on people that don't make their like one linebacker or safety read, and then decide I'm throwing here without ever looking at that player, right?
For sure.
And then offense, like I'm with you, I'm kind of stuck. I almost never roll out.
Yeah.
The quarterback anymore unless I have to. I got turned years ago. I want to say it was Madden 20, maybe 21. There was a Dan Marino card that came out.
Yep.
And he had all these like pocket passing like abilities.
I know. Yep.
And then I tried it, and I was like, oh wait, not every quarterback just misses throws. Like I can use a pocket quarterback, and he just throws laser beams everywhere. And then I was like, I'll stay here. Like I'll just stand in this little pocket here and just throw things around.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do that too. Yeah. Oh boy. So you're part of the EA Creator Network.
I am, yeah.
So would you like recommend like small streamers like myself to join, or would you like wait until like they get bigger?
Absolutely. No, don't wait. Add in. As long as it's like you can look at the creators that are on there, and there's a wide variety, right, of channel size and even like opinions on the game. Like some people that are in the creator network are super critical. So don't ever feel like, like, oh, I say bad stuff, I can't be in there. Like, plenty of us are critical openly, right?
Yeah.
Well deserved though. There's critical, and then there's some people are just like grotesque about some things, right? 100%. That's usually what people get fight about. But whatever content people have, yourself included, like I wouldn't push that way.
Yeah, I've applied like 2 different times and I didn't get it.
It all depends on like when they're looking at it.
Yeah.
Right? When they're gonna add people in. I would probably recommend like 2 months before release, 2-3 months before the release, and then every new game.
Yeah.
Because it seems like every year, right about that time, we get an influx.
For sure.
Of new people, and then they don't really add anybody in, mid-season, and then they start because the team has to like prioritize things and set things up, and then they send out invites for things. Like they're always working a lot in the background. I think they don't add in people after that, so I would definitely like what's new game coming out like August, and then like early June.
Early June, May, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've seen everybody in the chat whenever you do EA giveaways. Dump truck. How do you feel when people just type that in your chat?
No, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't care. It's like it's a perk to be able to give stuff away.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's usually why it's not it's not even the exposure or the any sort of like payment if there's a side of it, that side of it. Anytime they hit us up like, hey, do you want to give stuff away? I'm like, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know the game's expensive. I know it can be a pain in the ass, or you don't have the time to do stuff. I'm like, you wanna that's a perk, right? Like I get to give stuff away to people. Like that's the best part about it is to just kind of
give stuff away. Yeah.
So I don't care. Go in there and spam dump truck. I don't. If you win, awesome. You know what I mean? Like I don't care who. If you're first time there or you've been there every day for the last 5 years, like I'm stoked that you won. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure. So you do like a thing on your Twitch channel. It's called, what is it, like raid request? What is that about?
Yeah. You can. It's on the Twitch channel, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think isn't it?
I forget where it was.
Oh no, it's in the Discord. I think it's in the Discord.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Yeah, Yeah, that's for guys to throw out, especially when we do the charity stream.
So you do a charity stream for what?
So it's rotated a little bit. Typically, it's for Make-A-Wish on Christmas night.
Mm-hmm.
So what we'll do, we'll call Secret Santa raids.
Okay.
That's when those raid requests usually come in. Is we will on Christmas night get on after dinner, right? So everybody get up, do your presents thing with the family, go to dinner, go have yourself a day afterwards. Come into the channel. We'll hang out for as long as I can stay awake. I'll have a little bit of eggnog. We'll get a little saucy. And what we'll do is I'll send everybody in the chat out. Like, go find me streamers with like under 10 viewers that are streaming for the sole joy of streaming. Some of them that may be their first time ever, right? They got their camera and microphone for Christmas. It's their first stream. I want to find those people. And then we do a Secret Santa raid where instead of me actually raiding the channel and sending everybody, I pull their stream up on, within the stream and within our stream, and spam their link. Chat's only goal is to go over there, follow bomb them, right? Hit them up with a bunch of follows. Throw some bits at them. If they can throw a sub at them. Just like it's Christmas night, especially if somebody's in there with like 5 viewers, right? For like 4 hours, like it's Christmas. Don't blow this person up. Go get them a little bit hyped up. We've had some just ridiculous moments, like people like breaking down into tears and like getting some this is some like younger kids, you know what I mean?
For sure,
14 years old, their first stream. They were running to tell their parents that like
Mom, I got
rated by 100 people showed up, but they got 30 subs and they're losing their mind, and like it's great. So we try to keep that going, and then we do it all for charity, right? So
that's cool.
We're making money from Make-A-Wish.
Nice.
That's how I ended up shaving my head. That's why I had hair. Believe it or not, I had hair.
Oh, shocking. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and then we did that charity stream, and I had said $5,000 I'd grow a mustache, right? I said, and before that, the most we'd ever made was like $6,000.
Wow.
I said, okay, this is all just Christmas night, right?
That's crazy.
$6,000 for Make-A-Wish. And I said, okay, nerds, like $10,000 and I'll shave my head too. Don't we make $6,000? And then, do you know JG?
Yes, of course I do. Love the guy. Great guy.
His family. JG's awesome.
Yeah.
His family jumped in. And they said, okay, homeboy. They said, whatever you get, we're matching it. So in one phone call, we went from $6,000 to $12,000, and I had to shave my head.
Wait, so who called in? They like PayPal you donated it, or?
They donated it. Yeah, it was actually Raw. Raw was on the phone with JG and his family, and they told me that they were going to double it. So we went from 6 to 12 with the blink of an eye. And New Year's Eve, I shaved my head live on stream.
I think I remember that. What was that like 2 years ago? 2-3 years ago?
Yeah. 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. So I have a friend who goes to my school who is a Make-A-Wish participant. I don't know if you know who he is. Huge Giants fan. He announced Kayvon Thibodeau's draft pick like 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Sam Prince.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so that's really cool. My mom's mom owns a nonprofit organization like camp in Maine, and they do a lot of stuff for like same thing that Make-A-Wish does, but they like help kids who have like cancer and stuff, and I try to go there every year.
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But Make-A-Wish, what do they just reach out to you beforehand to like do the charity stream?
They didn't even reach out. I decided to do it.
Oh, really?
I knew one of my stepfather's friend's sons was a wish recipient. And they had, I forget, he wanted to go down to Disney and like swim with the dolphins or something down in Florida. And I just remember that they had like sent a limo to his house and picked him up and flew him down to Florida and had, this whole like week thing set up. And like he never forgot it, right? And like it changed him so much. And I was like, God, like this is one charity that like this has a big impact on people that really need it, right? So like I've always been attracted to that, to what they do. So I just thought about doing a charity stream on Christmas, and I was just kind of hanging out. I'm like, why not? And you know what I mean? If I have whatever 10 to 300 people watching me, it doesn't matter. Like you can make an impact in other people's life, no matter what. For sure. How many people are following you? So why not do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was like the biggest amount of money besides the 12,000 that you've raised for Make a Wish? What would be like the biggest amount you've raised for them? Was that the biggest, or was there more?
Yeah. No, that was the biggest one.
Jeez.
I said we did it. We didn't do it last year, but last year was a little chaotic. I ended up missing out on it last year. But every year we've done it, it had grown a little bit. I think it was like first year was like $2,500, which is still impactful.
Yeah.
And then the year after that, it jumped up to like 4 or 5, and then it got up to 6 something. And
For sure.
at that point, Make a Wish had actually called me. They reached out to me.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Because they were just like hanging out, right? Like New Year's week, and then they got a check for like $6,000. So they found out who I was, and they reached out and they asked me to come down to their office here in Buffalo.
Interesting.
And just sit. They just wanted to say thank you and just see like, what are you doing? Like, what do you like? And then we started having a conversation about how they could help me do more, right? Like, what do you need from us? I'm like, yeah, videos. Do you have like pamphlets or you know what I mean, like any type of like social media stuff that I can use? And they directed me to their website that has all kinds of stuff. So I would go like. I would get mad at me because it's Christmas night, right? Everybody's feeling in a good mood to raise money for charity. We're doing the Secret Santa raids, and then I'm like, hey, I have to go refill my drink. Watch this 2-minute video on this Make-A-Wish kid that you're going to ball your eyes out for, and then I'll be back and try to pander for more money.
Are you doing it this year?
Yeah, the plan is to do it again this year, yeah.
Interesting. I will 100% donate.
I appreciate it.
Because, well, it's a great cause, seriously. It's hard. It's sad, but like people meeting their big time athletes. Like if someone was like a Make a Wish participant and met Tom Brady, how big is that?
Right.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm sure they have. Right, I've seen them with I've obviously pulled up the Bills ones, but like Obi used to do so much. The Rock does a ton. Like all these guys do like a ton, like full organizations and teams. They make it like a whole team event, and like just the look on these kids' faces. Like, when their sports hero walks up and like has them in the huddle going through a play or running through a drill. I'm like, golly, man, like it's just I don't know. It's hard for it not to hit you right in the chest.
100%. Yeah, I did a charity stream for St. Jude's I think 2 years ago, and I think we raised $500 for St. Jude's, which was wild.
That's awesome.
Doing charity streams, I think, on Twitch is the best thing because you don't get any money for it. The revenue goes straight to them, and it's just great.
Yeah. I think that's why I like it too. Is like I don't have to. People don't have to send me the money. Just trust that I'll donate.
Yeah.
Like, no, all your money goes right to them. I don't see a dime. Right. Nope. I don't have any part in it. It goes right to where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. Well, you got any last minute questions for me, Kay, or I got nothing, man.
I don't think so, homie.
Well, we could talk about the NFL season for the off stream. I appreciate you being on, Kay. Thank you once again for telling me your story. I'm a little emotional from you telling me about the Make a Wish stuff. Shout out JG. Yeah. Do you have any content creators that that you would like to shout out to like in the community to be on this podcast if you want, like that would be interested?
You know what? It's somebody that I think you would have a really good conversation with. Is that dude Dev?
Okay.
He is one of the real.